Welcome. Thank you for your interest in CCP certification. This tutorial will help you to successfully complete an application for CCP certification. Let's begin. The first thing you want to do is to log into your AACE profile. Once logged in, you want to look for the certification that you want to apply for. All 8 will be shown in your profile. If you've already applied for a particular certification, it will show you in that particular item and say that you're not eligible to create a new collection because you currently have one open. For this particular tutorial, we're going to focus on the CCP collection. So let's select Create New Collection. The main screen, once you select that collection, is called Instructions. It will give you all of the information you need to know to make sure that you can meet the eligibility requirements, and also all the things that you will need to have prepared to complete the application, such as your experience, which would include employment dates, employer names, and verification documentation, education, including your graduation date, your college or university name, and a copy of your transcript or college diploma, and your technical paper. You also will be shown how to finish your application and submit your payment, and what you can expect once we receive your application. So once you're ready to proceed, click Next. Once you click Next, it'll take you to the next item in the left-hand navigational, which would be industry-related experience. As we know, it's 8 years of experience or 4 years of experience and a 4-year degree. Please make sure that you read all of the information so that you do not provide something that is not permitted, or you don't omit something that will only cause delays in your application. So when you're ready to add your experience, click the Add button. From the drop-down menu, you will select Experience. This is where you're going to add your work experience. You're going to put all of your information in there. If you're currently employed, please make sure that you put the date of the application, the actual day that you're filling it out, so that you get the most up-to-date credit, because the system will automatically calculate that for you. And of course, if it's a job that you've previously had and it ended several years or a year or even a month before, you can actually put that end date and the system will still calculate that for you. Enter your employer name and then provide the employer documentation to support your claim of this work experience, and click Save. As you can see, I have 6.9 years of experience, which is short of the 8 years, so I definitely will either need to provide more work experience, or I can just proceed to providing the industry-related education. Again, please make sure that you read all of the helpful tips so that you do not get yourself into a situation where you've forgotten something or provided the wrong information. So let's go ahead and choose a 4-year degree, and we'll put our information in here, and this of course is just very generic information to help us get through the process. And we're going to click Save. There again, it will give me the 4 points that I need for a 4-year degree. Had I picked a 2-year degree, it would have given me 2 points. A 3-year degree would give me 3 points. If you select postgraduate, it will only give you 4 because that is the maximum that you can claim for education. So the next thing we need to add, as you can see in the flow, is the technical paper and affidavit. Notice that your submittal status is staying in pending. You will not proceed past the pending state until you provide all of this information that is on the side. So now you can stop here. You don't need to continue. You can exit out, and when you come back, you'll be able to pick up right where you left off. Say, for instance, you haven't even begun to write your technical paper yet. You certainly can stop at this point, take the time that you need to write your technical paper, and when you log back in, as a matter of fact, let's log out and let's log back in, and what we're going to see, if we click on certification application, we're noticing right here that we're we have an application that's in pending status, we only click details, and then we go straight to the area where we've left off, or maybe we just want to review it, and then we can enter in our information. So we're going to put the name of our paper. We're going to put the date of our technical paper. Remember, it must be less than 3 years old of today's date. You will need to describe the purpose. Was it written specifically for the examination? Was it written for a presentation or a published article? Or was it written for a thesis or dissertation? You then will upload your technical paper. Now, I'm only choosing a very generic just to get through the system, but please make sure that it is in an MS Word format, as stated here. All others will be rejected. If you forget what the terms and conditions are of the technical paper affidavit, which you will be required to adhere to, you can click right here and you can actually print this out or just read it over so that you understand what you're agreeing to. And click Save. Once you click Save, it will naturally move you to the next level, which is to adhere to the canons of ethics. Once again, you can click on the link provided to actually review it, should you need to remind yourself of what you are agreeing to, and then you want to check the box and save. The system will automatically move you to the next level. This is just giving you the opportunity to edit your profile should you have, let's say, a new address that needs to match your credit card that you'll be using to pay. If you do not need to edit it and it's correct, you can just move straight to the status and review. The status and review page will show you what our non-discrimination policy is, the special accommodations policy, and all the terms and conditions for applying for AACE certification. And as you will notice, it will give you a summary of all of the requirements to apply for CCP certification. In this particular instance, we have all green check marks, so each point, that doesn't mean that you're approved. It just means that you have satisfied the system by providing either a date range or the required documentation to proceed. There needs to be an actual review of the information that will be approved or rejected by headquarters staff. So once you get all green and you don't get any red X's, then you are cleared to go ahead and submit and check out. So your submit checkout will give you two options. You can pay by credit card. You do have the ability to pay by check. We only like to use that for people who absolutely don't have access to a credit card or they need to pay by a wire transfer. So it basically is giving you this information. Once you click it, it's going to put you in that state. So you have to be very careful of what you want to do, because if you click pay by check, as I just did in this tutorial, it's actually put you in an application unpaid status, meaning that it's submitted your information, but it's in a holding pattern until the check is received. And it actually, when you do the payment instructions, will tell you if you're paying by check, this is what you need to do. If you're paying by wire transfer, you can click on the link and it will give you the instructions of how to pay by a wire transfer. And we will wait to receive your payment in order to proceed. Once the payment has been received, or in the event you actually did pay with a credit card and it went through, in your account, when you go to your certification application, you will notice that your CCP application is now in staff review. What you can do, and that's just to give you a status to say it's in the hands of headquarters staff, they're reviewing your technical paper, they're submitting it for the plagiarism check, they're doing all their checks and balances in the back end. And as long as you see staff review, there is nothing to be concerned about. We're taking the necessary steps to complete your application. You can click details to actually look at the information that you've submitted. But there really isn't much that you can do until you hear back from headquarters staff. If there is a problem, we will send, we'll put you in a state called Need More Information. You may want to check out the tutorial that shows need more information and how you'll handle those particular situations. Otherwise, you just need to sit back and relax and wait to receive examination clearance and how to proceed to schedule your exam. If you have any questions, please contact the certification department at AACE headquarters at certification@aacei.org or call 304-296-8444 extension 1110. Thank you and have a good day.